So we have a great systems that we have done it for many years. And of course, like I say, is everyone needs the systems, every businesses need the systems. Every sales leader who are unique on themselves need to turn an arts into a science that will essentially be a systems for fast start, running a campaigns, projects, and obviously sometime we wanted to get salespeople to finish up the year in good style. I want to introduce you the next most important sales strategies called ROAM. What do I mean by ROAM? ROAM. So it only means that results, if you want to get results, you need to have opportunities. And once you have the opportunity, you must get right to actions. And with actions, salespersons need to continuously be motivated so that they will eventually get the results that they want. Now, this is what ROAM is really about. Results is equal to opportunity plus actions plus motivations. That's where the results comes. Now, so how does it work is that we have created a Salesforce automations that be able to achieve the results through opportunity, actions, and motivations. So how do we do it is this, that we work on a process, because we know that if we have a proper process, there will be a systems that is able to be measured, able to be consistent, and obviously when you are consistent, you can be predictable. And when you are predictable, you are able to deal with it, create remedy actions to it, do analysis, and eventually get the solutions out of this whole thing to make sure that the salespersons achieve the performance that's desired to do so. So in this case over here, what do I mean by results? In this particular program, we get the salespersons to set goals, set sales target. The sales target could run in 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months, or even a year. It depends on the projects or the campaigns, or the reason why you need a sales systems to get the results that's desired. So like I say, it could be a 30-day program, it could be a 60-day program, it could be a 90-day program, or even 360 days for that matter. Whatever it is a sales campaign strategies that can be used over and over again over time. So in this particular program, there will be, the person's going to really set SMART goals, SMART sales goals. And what it does is this, that we all know very well that in order to get those goals, the persons must really look at what is the opportunity surrounding the salespersons in order for them to be able to achieve the goals. In the sales pipeline, we call this leads that you have. What sort of leads do you have to be able to get the results that you want and all that sort of thing? So obviously, when we talk about leads, we always talk about cold, warm, hot. Now, it is just common sense that if I could ask all the salespeople in the world to say, look here, if you're going to achieve like 30 days goal, sales goal, would you concentrate on cold, warm, or hot? I mean, it's more than 100% will say, look here, I got to concentrate on the hot leads in order to get the results that I want within a short time. So here is this, that this particular systems will make sure that you go into the systems and do what we call a project 100. So in the project 100 is that you are made to think through what sort of leads you want, what sort of hot leads or even warm leads for that matter, that you need to be able to dump it into the platforms in order for you to achieve the results that you want. Obviously, this sort of leads could come in many form or many source, sometimes we call it. It could be from the person's natural market. It could be from existing company customers. It could also be, obviously, referrers, which is so important in our industries, and of course, it could be from the cold, or whatever it is. These are the leads that will go into the system, and the chances that we say that this is really a hot lead is likely to be a referrers or your existing customers. Then your natural market would, obviously the last resort will be the cold. But what is really important is this, that it actually compels the salespersons to be able to look at the kind of opportunity that goes into the system. So what happened is this, that so in this application, what it does is that we gets you to import the systems into a one-cut systems. Now, one-cut is essentially very important for records reasons, to keep tracks of your activity journals day in, day out. Now, what does this one-cut does is this, that it actually helps the salespersons to get on to actions. Now, what is actions in our case is this, that we gotta take these salespersons back into the simple basics of all sales and customer engagements to win customers. We take them into 4 different quadrants, beginning with leads that we have already done that. Then comes, when you have the leads, what do? Essentially what we're trying to do is to generate leads from the existing customer, natural market referrals, and so on. We wanted the salespersons to qualify them. We want them to be qualified into cold, warm, hot in this case. Now what do? Once we have the leads and we qualify the leads, we must get the salesperson right down to actions. So in this case, we want the salespersons to actually think about what are the pre-approach activities so that you can make an approach to secure the appointments. Here, obviously, we wanted to make sure that the salespersons will diligently follow through the leads. One of the common problems with a lot of salespeople, they can do a lot of leads generation. Company can generate a lot of existing customer leads for them. But the question, do they follow up? Do they really follow us up? No? So here is that we want to create a systems where they will get on to do the things that is so important, eventually to secure a meeting so that they will be able to win sales. So in the winning of the sales, obviously, they would also do appointments like the initial fact-find interviews or initial meeting. They will conduct their sales presentations or eventually make a closing attempt so that eventually there will be a deal. In this case, a deal. So here is that we want to get the salespersons to go through this whole motions to complete the whole sales process to the extent of closing up a deal in this case. And then when the deals are done, we want the salesperson to service the customers. And here in the service, we, obviously salespeople has got to deliver the contracts, and we wanted to compel the persons to ask for referrals. Eventually, you use CRM, customer relationship management, so that customers will become an advocate to the business. So then more opportunity will come into the system. So we all say is that, look here, if you want to be really good at sales, you got to be extremely and obsessively good with the basics of sales. That is what we mean by basic. And if we have a consistent process like this that's predictable, we can measure it. Here, in this case, we want to introduce the second part of our sales intelligence. We call this diagnostic intelligence. Diagnostic intelligence. So what it does is that in this particular platform, we measure every engagements with the customers that are being done, being exercised between the buyers and the sellers. We record everything through automation because we know very well that if we are able to diagnose it and quantify it, we are able to measure and give you some kind of intelligence for you to be able to help the salespersons to perform better. So in this case, we install within the systems a diagnostic intelligence tools within the whole sales engagement process so that leaders, company, or even the seller themselves know exactly what has gone wrong, what has gone right, if there's results that comes out from the activities.